Rocky here doesn't have a lot of rules or structure in his life, and I believe that that's a big, is correlated to his separation anxiety. So he didn't know how to sit on command. We just got in teaching him how to do that. I want the guardian to practice that. We also want to delay gratification before being able to let out of my kennel or eat my food. I have to wait for permission. That helps the dog develop control. This is another exercise that teaches the dog control. I'm going to teach Rocky right now how to stay. Now, when we teach our dog to stay, most people just say stay, stay, stay. That's not teaching a dog to stay. When you teach a dog to stay, it should stay until you give it a release. I say break. I pull my hands apart. I always have a hand signal with verbal signal. So when we teach our dog to stay, we want to teach it in 3 capacities. The first one is to teach it for duration. So I have him sitting right here or lying down. It's very easy. All he has to do is sit there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the treat between my thumb and forefinger like this, and I'm going to try to give him a stop sign, but I can't hold the treat like that. So I'm going to go like this and say stay. Then I'm going to have the treat in here. I'm going to turn my hand to my chest, and I'm going to count to 5. Then I'm going to give him the treat, and I'm going to say the word stay when it touches his lips, and I'm going to gradually start increasing the amount of time. Stay. 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 So that was 10 seconds. Now we'll try to go 15. Stay. Stay. Now, I'm going to keep on doing this. I'm going to do this usually about 5 or 10 treats per practice session. Practice sessions, generally speaking, should be 1 to 2 minutes in length. However, in this capacity, just because we're doing stay, we want to work on this until we can get him to stay here for up to 5 minutes. Now, for his perspective, this is really easy. I just sit here and look at you and you give me treats? Yeah. He can't move around. Now, if I'm going stay, and I go to like 30 seconds, and after 25 seconds, it looks like he's going to start to get up or move around because he thinks I'm not giving him what he wants. I would go like this. I'll show you. Stay. Once he started to move, I would go like this and recaptivate his interest. Just move my hand just a little bit to stop them from moving around. Now, he can look away because eventually we're going to put him in stay, and we're going to leave the room, and he has to stay put even though he can't see us. Now, I do that. I usually wait for them to look back at me before I give them the treat. Stay. So we're going to keep on working on this. Now, at first, you might be like 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 seconds. You might not even make it up to there. I mean, the first couple times I did it with my puppy, I had to go 3 seconds for a week. Each time, 3 seconds only. After 3 seconds, he would start moving around. After I'd done it for a week, then he understood, and then I went to 5 seconds. Then I went to 7. Every dog's going to have its own unique amount of time. So don't worry about facilitating it, moving it faster. And I would teach them both the same trick, but if one of them's faster than the other, that's okay. It's at their schedule or their learning rate, not at ours. Once I get to the point where the dog can stay for 5 minutes without moving around 5 times in a row, then I'm ready to take the next stage. The next stage is to practice duration, or distance. So I put him in a sit. I can't do it here because I don't have a lot of space, but I'm put him in a sit, and I'm going to say stay. I'm going to take 1 step backwards. I'm going to come back to him, stay. And then the next time I do it, maybe 3 steps. And if he can't do it at 3 steps, then I'm going to keep repeating it 2 steps until he's good at 2 steps, and then I go to 3. And eventually I want to get to the point where I'm several feet away and he stays in put. When I get to the point where I'm going to go out of his line of sight, I'm going to walk, and there's like maybe a wall right here. So as soon as I go behind this wall, he can't see me. I would step behind it for 1 second, like a half second, and come back, pause here, then walk up to him, give him the treat, and say stay. So at first, the human's only out of my sight for half of a second. I can deal with that. Then the next time, it's a full second. Then 2 seconds, and 4 seconds. And we're going to vary it up. Sometimes it's odds, sometimes it's by 5s, sometimes it's by 10s. As you go, now with my dogs that know how to do it, I'll do like 30 seconds, 60 seconds, bigger jumps. But the idea is to have him stay put while he can't see you but knows where you are, until you can get to the point where you can be 5 minutes out of sight and he stays in place. And you do that 5 times in a row, then you're ready to the next stage, which we would do this, and we would have Chase here, maybe we'd have some buddies over. So you're doing the stay while his buddies are screaming downstairs. The dog has to filter it out. Or if he's reacting to dogs, I might play a program that has a dog barking on the TV. Now, if that throws him, he wants to get up, then I would lower this to like volume 1 and play it and keep on practicing at volume 1 until he can hear it, and his ears go up and track it, but he doesn't get up and try to go to it. Then I might go to volume 3 the next time, volume 5, gradually ramp it up until it can be blasting out of our speakers here, and he ignores it because we've taught him to filter out of it. Teaching your dog to stay really helps them develop. They have to do the control because there's nothing tethering them down. They have to do the work themselves. So once you have your dog like that, then I want you to basically, when you go to the bathroom, stay. And then you go to the bathroom, come back, and then give them the release command. Go get a drink of water, same thing. Stay, go get a glass of water, come back, release. Now when I get done, if I'm doing it, I'll do a couple more stays here. Up, come on. All right, we'll do it that way. Stay. Stay. His focus is great. It's probably worked against the Guardians here. If we channel it, that becomes a tremendous asset for us. Careful your finger doesn't get in the way, buddy. Now, when I get done, I always have a break word. Now, I might do stay 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 7, and then when I get to the point where I'm done, then I go like this. No, I threw it into the couch. So, break. So I throw it away. When he touches with lips, I say break, so he understands that means I can break. I would say break, release, free, whatever the word you want to use. Don't use the word okay. It is it's a top 50 used word. You'll use it and somebody will be in the kitchen saying it and he thinks, oh, I'm free now. So free, break, release, those are unique words that's going to help him identify and understand that means they're talking to me. Sit. Crash. A little passive training to end the video. So this is how we can teach our dog to stay.